What do you think is the most important part of a video or a reel or any type of visual media? It is not video editing, it is not the sound effects, or it is not even the lighting. The most important part of any visual media is the story. Now, I already made another video about storytelling a few days back, but that whole video was about how do you craft the story. But as the word storytelling goes, it is consists of two different words, story and telling. In the first video, we talked about story, how do we build a good story. In this video, we're going to talk more about how do you tell that story in the most effective way. And instead of just teaching you things with theory and principles and giving you a lot of jargon of words, I decided to break down one of my own videos, one of my favorite videos that I have made in 2024, how I came up with different parts of the video, how I decided to stitch it together, and how I decided the flow of the whole story. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. The video that I'm talking about is this one. Watch this if you don't like your name. The ideal title of this video that I had in my mind was What's in a Name? This is a video, just to give you some pre-context, this is a video about my insecurity and my vulnerability about my name. I have been very insecure about my name since my childhood, throughout my college life, throughout my school life. And the whole video's journey is about feeling insecure and feeling enraged about my name, trying to make it sound cooler, or sometimes even looking for a different name, looking for a stage name that can mask my identity. But the conclusion is acceptance. How did I exactly tell this story? Let's start the video and understand. So as I already talked about in the last video, there are main three parts of a story: the layout, the climax, and the resolution. In this video, the layout has to talk about my insecurity, because I have to tell the people who are watching that I am insecure about my name. It is something that bothers me a lot and I am still fighting with it. Now, I could have just came in front of my camera and be like, guys, this is a really big problem that I have faced since my childhood, and it is about my name. But I picked something called visual storytelling. This is probably the most used phrase in terms of visual storytelling, is that you try to show things instead of telling things. Show, don't tell. So instead of telling you guys that I feel insecure about my name, I try to show it throughout a phone call. And whenever I get a phone call and someone asks for my name, my legal name, I never tell them my name. I always spell it out, because I know even if I tell them my name is not like an Ashish or an Abhishek, because those names are very common and everyone knows them. My name is a little bit complex, so nobody is going to get the spelling right. That is why I just save them some embarrassment and tell them the spelling. I showcase that in this way. Hello.
Hi, sir. I actually needed your name for the payment form.
Oh, it is mentioned in the invoice. So firstly, I avoid saying my name. I say ki, oh, it is mentioned. You can read it there.
But, sir, we need your legal name.
But instead of just telling that, I also showed you that why she is asking for my legal name, because I have added Sanko Kun, that I don't really want to use my real name even in forms.
For the bank transfer.
And here I use Runway by Kanye West. I morph it with the notification sound to create that same tension, and that song sort of has that tension to it, that whole build up.
Sir, hello. Can you tell me your
And this just shows me that I am a little bit zoned out. I am worried. The anxiety is kicking in while she's telling something I'm not really listening.
legal name, please?
I'll spell it out for you. SANKH. And here, the stage is set. Anyone who has not understood why I am spelling it out, I give the context right over here. Now see, even if after this sequence I am telling you exactly what the situation is, me deciding to show the whole situation actually makes you feel bad for me, makes you feel for the character inside the video. Instead of just knowing, oh, this guy is insecure. When you see me go through it, when you see me struggle, you actually feel for the character. Out of all the things one could hate about themselves, I hate my name. And this is another idea that I got while shooting the video, that I'll get a few forms, different types of forms, and in the full name section I will keep it empty and I'll put like I hate my name right there. It's a good thing.
My name is Walter Hartwell White.
And here is basically, so I have set the stage with the hook, with the sort of the intro. I have set the stage, I have picked the layout. The first act of it is done. Now, second act is the climax. The climax needs a build up. To build up to it, we need context. So the second thing is that I am giving context, that okay, how important is a name, why is a name important, all of those things.
The teacher easily pronounced some names and
To
some
make your video interesting, now there is one thing that you can always do is to use different videos from different places. These are things where I found different videos of TED Talks, of anime, of web series where people are introducing themselves. They're telling about their name. That either they're telling their name with very much pride or they're telling their name with much more anxiety and insecurity. I figured all of those things together, and basically through this sequence, through this collage, I want to make you understand the value of a name.
students always had to correct the teacher. This is awkward.
A problematic name is generally either long or hard to pronounce.
ये क्या चीज़ जैसे नाम है बे?
Mine was both.
पर ये ज्योति क्यों आया, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रही वाली बात.
So I got a few reactions from people just to elevate the situation ki okay, it's not just me feeling insecure, people are also like what ye kaisa naam hai. So right after that I cut to a conversation with my dad when he is telling ki how I got my name, why I was named this particular thing. He explains that in Bengali culture some things are very common, that you share a part of your name with your cousins or elder siblings. Now, school was a struggle, but now this is the A-roll. So A-roll is basically for the parts where I don't have much of B-roll, because I'm talking about my school life. I don't have any videos from my school life because I was a very shy kid. So these are things I'm telling you about. At least here. Everyone is Bengali, so with time everyone sort of adopted. So here I'm going to yap a lot. Do not really worry. I talk about college and all of that. That how going into college, I was very scared because now even though Bengali people were struggling to say my name, now these are even non-Bengali people who don't even know Bengali, and for them to say such a hard name would be so much of a nightmare for me. And that is the build up. You see, I'm building up the tension, building up the problems with the name, and you are also starting to hate the name with me as I go through the story and start hating my name throughout my life more and more and more and more and more. You are also going through that same cycle of hating the name as I tell you the more of the problems, and you start hating the name more and more and more. And that is how I am building it up. Now we are gotten to the position where I add even more people telling about it.
नाम है कहाँ से हो बे? चूतड़?
This guy is actually my junior. It took him so many takes to curse at me, bro. It's so funny.
चूतड़? तो ये देखो वो बंगाली नाम है ना, तो
Then I go into this part ki okay, I am sort of losing my mind over it, and I'm still at least trying to tell people that okay, this is not how the name is pronounced, this is how the name is pronounced, because my name isn't actually Sankho, it is a wrong pronunciation. Technically it's a wrong pronunciation, but everyone is calling me that. So initially I was like, okay, I'll tell you, no, this is not how you do it, this is how you do it, so this is how you do it. I'll telling that to everybody, but after some point I finally give up. Like okay, I take it in, ठीक है, this is my name now. So I'm building that thing.
He's given. Question you character into
Say their version of the name or my version of the name whenever I'm like meeting with someone. What do I say? So that used to be a huge source of confusion. See, so that is the problem. Ki people are telling me one name. Almost everyone is making the same mistake while telling my name. So after some point, I was very confused that whenever someone asks my name, do I say the real pronunciation? Do I say my full name? Or do I say their version of the name, which is technically flawed? And the point of acceptance is showed in this part. I literally just pointed out that this is 2021. It is not. I'm trying to depict a time from 2021. I even shaved all of this beard and this mustache and everything. Got a clean shave to make myself look younger. And I also changed the aspect ratio just to make it more contrasty with the current timing and the past.
Hello.
Hello? Am I talking to Sangu?
and I am taken forward to the current day when I am sitting in that same situation once again. Yes. And this is where I accept. I'm very shit at acting, but this is my version of smiling through the pain. Hi. Yes.
Did I say your name right?
No, nobody takes my name right. I'm so happy that you did. And when she asked me, "Did I take your name right?" I'm also like assuring her that nobody takes my name right. I'm happy that you did. And that is, again, I'm shit at acting. That is my version of smiling through the pain and giving false reassurance to make someone else feel better, although I know they're wrong. Yeah. And since that day, it has been a constant grind to make myself better. Like, if the name cannot be cool, at least. So this is where the mindset a little bit shifts. Okay, I am stuck with this name. I cannot really change it. At least I can make myself better, so that the value of the name increases. It is not just the name that is defining my value. It should be me that defines the name's value. This is where it changes, but I don't exactly say it over here. I will save it for the end of the video. Maybe I can try. I can at least be respected, is what I had in mind. So we reached a climax. We had a change in our perspective. Okay. And did not care much about it. And here I talk about ki my college never really invited me on stage till I am there, and I'm like, oh, okay, one day, a day will come when they will understand my value. And that day came. As I said, the more types of sequences you include in a video, the video becomes more engaging, more entertaining, more fun to watch, or at least more elevating to watch. This whole video was like scripted, well taken shots. Now suddenly for a small part there will be a vlog of me being called to the college and me going to the college and being ready behind the stage. Now all of these things just give a little more human aspect to all of this. Like, okay, this guy is not just talking about a random thing that it came out at 3 a.m. singing in the night. He is actually talking about something that actually affects his life. This is something that is actually happening in his life, and that is why he's thinking about it. It just adds a whole sense of legitimateness to this. So this starts out, there's a lot of vlog.
I am Kuntal, fourth year BTech student, and I will be your host for tonight. And
Now this goes on, and I also start off and build another narrative that I am, even after going on stage a few times, I'm still a little bit nervous about going on stage. I'm sitting in the back stage, and Kuntal is on stage announcing all of this. And by this time, some people have already realized that, okay, Kuntal has to announce my name. How does he pronounce my name? What exactly does he call me? Because after all of this, what exactly happens?
right now,
So I build
what
that
we are going
tension.
to do is, as you must have seen in the mail, we have a special guest. I'll tell everyone to be like, and then Preetam, आप कर रहे हो ना? मैं इसके पीछे से नहीं video on.
And because there is a background music, which is a sort of like an orchestral build, which is building up and up and up, I use more footages from movies, from movie stars, from musicians, artists, even from cartoons. Not in this video probably, but I do tend to use all of these things to accentuate their stories with my story and how we all are going through the same thing. And after 23 years, I had my cool name.
That's the main thing people are controlled by.
Kanye, my goat, of course.
Thoughts, their perception of themselves.
My name is Kyobu Masataka Oniwa!
Again, this is the point where people are saying their name with a lot of pride. Kanye, being Kanye, has a lot of pride in him. And he's telling that whatever you think, whatever your perception is, that is what controls you. And that is something that molds into the narrative that I have built throughout the story.
I am the handsome devil of the Leaf Village.
Cricket, you're Harry Potter.
Take me as I am and make me what you want me to be.
I am the Dragon Warrior.
See, all of these examples, like Harry Potter is a very popular name in the Harry Potter world, but he did not know what he is special for. Poe believing that he is Dragon Warrior. He started being the Dragon Warrior when he started believing he's the Dragon Warrior. Same for the next clip also.
This is my gift.
This is my gift. This is my curse. Who am I?
Who am I?
Then Kuntal's announcement drops, and when everyone thinks like, oh, we will finally find out what the name he is going to say, that's when I come up with.
Please give a huge round of applause for a dear friend and my mentor.
Exactly, that is the whole point of the video. You should not be worried about, after watching that whole video, you should not be worried about what name Kuntal takes, because what the fuck is in a name? It's about you. You define the name. The name does not define you. That was the whole thing. That was the whole video, and that is how this whole video came into existence. I hope you learned something about storytelling, how I crafted and put different things across the video. Some parts are real, some parts are documented, some parts are scripted and short. How I got this whole thing together. I think this whole video, other than the traveling and everything, I think I spent around 20 to 25 hours editing this video, and at least 10 hours shooting all the different scenes and everything. But yeah, that was a very fun experience and arguably the best video I have created in 2024. So if you have not watched this video, I will leave a link to it in the description, and I hope you learned something about storytelling from this video as well. And I'll see you in the next one.